Welcome back to Coins X Tales. We're exploring rare Washington quarter dollar coins that have made people rich. Let's find out why you should never overlook these coins. Because who knows, a single coin could change your life. Don't miss this. Top 1. Imagine holding a coin in your hand and suddenly realizing it could be worth more than your car, your house, maybe even your dream vacation combined. Sounds unbelievable, right? But today, we are diving deep into the world of coin collecting to uncover one of the rarest treasures in the United States of America. The 1990p Washington quarter. This isn't just any quarter. This is a coin that has captured the hearts of collectors, the envy of investors, and the dreams of anyone who dares to look closely at the coins in their pocket change. If you've ever wondered what it feels like to hold something so ordinary yet so extraordinarily valuable, stay tuned because the story will blow your mind. The 1990p Washington quarter seems at first glance like every other quarter minted in Philadelphia that year. But appearances can be deceiving. The true allure of this coin lies not in its face value of 25 cents, but in the subtle differences that set it apart from millions of its peers. For starters, this quarter is part of a very limited batch that experienced several minting anomalies. These tiny imperfections are what make certain coins insanely desirable. From die cracks to double strikes, and from misplaced mint marks to off-center strikes, the 1990p Washington quarter has examples that are now considered gems among numismatists. Every collector's eye immediately gravitates to these details because they represent rarity, authenticity, and most importantly, potential profit. Let's talk about the mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint, responsible for producing the P Mint mark coins, struck millions of quarters in 1990. Yet only a select few have survived in pristine condition. Coins with perfect luster, no scratches, and sharp strike detail are exceptionally rare. But what makes the 1990p quarter even more tantalizing are the documented errors collectors are hunting for. Some coins from this year show die cracks along Liberty's hair and the eagle's wings, which not only make them unique but also increase their value exponentially. Then there are the off-center strikes, which occur when the coin blank doesn't align perfectly during minting. These errors, while mistakes in production, are pure gold in the collector's market because they are one-of-a-kind and impossible to replicate. Imagine a coin so unique that collectors across the globe are willing to pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars just to add it to their collection. That's the power of the 1990p Washington quarter. Unlike standard quarters that circulate unnoticed, these coins have become coveted treasures. Auctions featuring high-grade specimens have seen bidding wars that surpass the imagination of the casual observer. What was once a simple quarter in your pocket now transforms into a potential key to unlocking a collector's fantasy and an investor's dream portfolio. Collectors also pay close attention to grade and condition. A coin's grade can drastically affect its market price. The 1990p Washington quarter, when graded MS 65 or higher, can command a premium in the market. Even coins that are slightly lower in grade but feature rare die errors can fetch incredible sums at auction. Every tiny mark, scratch, or flaw tells a story. Some are the result of the minting process, others from decades of circulation, yet each contributes to the coin's narrative and value. For serious collectors, the thrill isn't just in the purchase. It's in the hunt, the examination, and the satisfaction of knowing you own something extraordinarily rare. And let's not forget the emotional factor. Coin collecting isn't purely about monetary gain. It's about history. Holding a 1990p Washington quarter connects you to a specific moment in American minting history. It links you to the hands that struck it, the designs carefully etched into the die, and the decades of circulation that have allowed some coins to survive while countless others disappeared. For collectors, every coin is a story frozen in metal, and for this particular quarter, the story is golden. Now, if you're imagining the kind of numbers this coin can reach, let's talk market reality. A pristine, error-free 1990p Washington quarter in gem condition can sell anywhere from $20 to $50 in private sales. But when you start factoring in rare errors like die cracks, double dies, or off-center strikes, the prices can skyrocket. At specialized auctions, these unique error coins have fetched hundreds of dollars, sometimes even exceeding $700, depending on rarity and collector demand. So, while a quarter usually feels mundane, this tiny piece of history proves that even the smallest objects can carry immense value. Collectors, treasure hunters, and even casual coin enthusiasts, you need to pay attention. The 1990p Washington quarter isn't just a coin. It's a potential key to wealth, history, and collector prestige. If you find one in circulation or inherit one from an old collection, it's worth a closer look. Don't just glance at it. Inspect it, admire it, and, if you're serious, get it professionally graded. The market is real, the auction values are documented, and the potential for rarity is genuine. Before we dive deeper into more detailed examples of error coins, die varieties, and auction highlights in the next part, remember to hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and turn on notifications. Why? Because this series is going to guide you through coins that could literally be worth more than your car, your house, and then some. You'll see how tiny errors, hidden mint marks, and historical quirks can transform ordinary quarters into collector's gold. Stick with us, because the next chapters will reveal coins you probably never knew existed and their jaw-dropping auction results. Top 2. Imagine picking up a coin from your pocket and realizing that it could be worth far more than anyone ever imagined. Maybe more than your car, more than your vacation fund, maybe even more than your dream house. Sounds unbelievable, right? But for collectors, history buffs, and treasure hunters, the 1965 no-mint mark Washington quarter is one of those rare coins that turns ordinary pocket change into a piece of history, and sometimes a valuable collector's item. If you've ever wondered about coins that are more than just currency, sit tight, because today we're diving into the fascinating story behind this legendary quarter. The 1965 Washington quarter is unlike any other. This was the first year that quarters were struck without any silver content, following the Coinage Act of 1965. For decades, Washington quarters were made of 90% silver, making them naturally valuable. But starting in 1965, the U.S. Mint switched to a clad composition, a layer of copper sandwiched between layers of nickel. And here's where it gets exciting for collectors. The no-mint mark quarters from Philadelphia that year were produced under tight production conditions, and today, finding a pristine example is more challenging than you might think. Collectors go crazy over these coins for a few reasons. First, the lack of a mint mark in 1965 makes them a Philadelphia exclusive. Second, there are known errors and variations that increase the coin's value exponentially. Some coins from this year show die cracks, double dies, or slight misalignments, subtle imperfections that most people would never notice. But for collectors, these small differences can make the coin a rare gem. Imagine owning a coin that's almost identical to millions in circulation, yet one tiny detail sets it apart, and that difference can be worth hundreds of dollars at auction. Condition is everything. The 1965 no-mint mark Washington quarter circulated heavily, and few coins survived in pristine condition. Those that did are often MS-60 or higher, with sharp details on George Washington's profile and the eagle on the reverse. Even coins with minor wear but featuring rare die errors can command a serious price. Every scratch, every mark, every gleam of uncirculated metal tells a story of history, production quirks, and the hands it passed through over the decades. Collectors aren't just buying a coin, they're buying a piece of American history. If you're imagining the potential value, listen closely. A standard 1965 no-mint mark quarter in circulated condition may be worth $1 to $3 to a casual collector, which is already higher than its face value. But rare error coins, like a double die or an off-center strike, can sell for several $100s at auction. That's the magic of coins. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary can turn something almost everyone has into a treasure that only a few will ever hold. Collectors, enthusiasts, and even casual coin hunters, you need to pay attention. This isn't just a quarter. It's a symbol of a historical shift in U.S. coinage. If you find one in circulation, don't toss it in your change jar. Inspect it closely, admire the details, and if it's uncirculated or shows an error, consider having it professionally graded. The market is real, the demand is high, and the potential for rare finds is genuine. Before we dive even deeper into the fascinating errors, auction results, and hidden secrets of the 1965 no-mint mark Washington quarter, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss our next segments where we'll reveal coins you never thought could exist and show how collectors are turning ordinary quarters into extraordinary wealth. Stick around, because the story is just beginning, and the coins are waiting to tell their secrets. Top 3. Picture this. A tiny quarter in your pocket that could be worth more than your car, your dream vacation, maybe even more than your house. Sounds insane, right? But for coin collectors and treasure hunters, the 1994p Washington quarter is exactly that kind of hidden gem. A small coin with extraordinary value for those who know where to look. This isn't just another 25-cent piece. It's a coin that has fascinated collectors, investors, and anyone who loves the thrill of hunting for rare coins. The 1994p Washington quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, marked with the iconic P Mint mark. Millions were made, but only a select few have survived in top condition, and even fewer contain rare minting errors. These imperfections are what make collectors' hearts race. Some 1994p quarters show die cracks along Liberty's hair or the eagle's wings, while others display double dies or subtle off-center strikes. These anomalies are tiny but incredibly valuable. They make a coin one of a kind, transforming it from ordinary pocket change into a coveted collector's item. Condition plays a huge role. A 1994p quarter in gem uncirculated condition with sharp details and full luster can fetch a high premium. Even circulated coins with noticeable errors are sought after, sometimes commanding hundreds of dollars at auction. Every small detail matters. Every mark or flaw tells a story of the minting process and decades of circulation. For serious collectors, it's not just a coin. It's a piece of history. Auctions for these quarters can get intense. Collectors examine each coin under magnification, scrutinizing for even the tiniest minting error. Pristine examples or those with rare errors spark bidding wars, often fetching hundreds of dollars, far above face value. The thrill isn't just in owning the coin. It's in the hunt, the inspection, and the satisfaction of knowing you possess something rare, historical, and valuable. The 1994p Washington quarter is a perfect example of how ordinary coins can become extraordinary treasures. If you find one in circulation, inspect it carefully. Look for subtle errors, check the mint mark, and if it's in great condition, consider getting it professionally graded. Collectors value these coins because they combine history, rarity, and investment potential. In terms of value, a regular 1994p quarter in circulated condition is worth just a few dollars. But high-grade uncirculated coins or rare error varieties can sell for hundreds of dollars at auctions, making them a true collector's gem. If you love coin collecting, treasure hunting, or American history, this quarter deserves a closer look. Don't forget to hit subscribe, smash the like button, and turn on notifications because in our upcoming videos, we'll reveal even rarer Washington quarters, unbelievable minting errors, and auction results that will leave you speechless. Stick around, because the next treasure you find could be worth far more than you ever imagined.